Dixie and I are spending a month in the Philippines. In our last video, we celebrated Christmas and New Year's with her family, where I learned all about the Filipino traditions for the holidays. But now we're back into exploring the best places the Philippines has to offer, and in this video, we're exploring a hidden gem of the Philippines that most international tourists have never heard of. When traveling to the Philippines, most people will arrive in Manila, then immediately head south. Below Manila is all your major tourist destinations. If you do head north, it's usually to travel to Vigan City or the rice terraces. But Dixie is from the Pangasinan province, and it's home to one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. We're going to a national park that's perfect for island hopping, but without the big crowds or international prices. Out of the few 100,000 visitors last year, less than 2% were foreign tourists. This is a local secret that's well worth the extra travel time to make a detour in your itinerary to visit. As we were already staying in Dagupan, this was only a few hours drive away, and we decided to bring the family along for a big group trip. Our first stop on the trip was to a resort in Labrador. One of the advantages to travelling to these areas is they aren't overcrowded with tourists. This beachfront resort was completely deserted, meaning we had the entire resort to ourselves and only booked 2 rooms. This was perfect for a large group where we didn't need to go anywhere to have fun, and it felt like we had our very own private resort.
Alright. Oh, 68.
Oh, 68. Let me see. Oh, 0.
Okay. B10.
B10. Yeah. You shake well. There's a stone there. Oh, under.
It's N34.
Under N34.
The N34.
34. My mom won. 3 times.
3 times.
4 times.
We spent the rest of the day playing by the pool or going swimming in it, although most of us didn't want to stay in the pool for long. We had grey clouds in the sky and a cold breeze from the ocean. It was the first time I'd been cold while in the Philippines, and I was loving it. The pool temperature was nice and freezing. It reminded me of swimming back home in New Zealand. We continued to enjoy our time at the resort late into the night, and woke up in the morning ready for our next adventure at the port of Alaminos City. We found a cheap boat to hire and went off to explore the 100 Islands National Park. This group of 124 islands is mostly undeveloped, with only 4 main islands used for tourism. However, your boat driver will take you wherever you want to go, so you can find your own private island to relax on the beach, or ask to go to one of the many diving or snorkeling spots around the park. Our first stop in the 100 Islands was Pilgrimage Island, although we couldn't land on the island. Instead, we got off the boat on a giant platform in the middle of the sea that connected Ramos Island to another small island. A lot of the islands here aren't suitable for boats to get close to, so they found other ways for us to reach them. We climbed up the stairs of Ramos Island to take in the view and see all the small islands surrounding us. We then made our way back down to a crossing on the beach that let us walk over to Pilgrimage Island. This is one of the most visited islands in the park, with a giant Jesus statue. It's half the size of the world-famous Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil, but it's still massive when on these tiny islands. A lot of people will just climb the stairs straight to Jesus and move on to the next island, but as this is a pilgrimage island, we went for the full experience. This meant climbing over 1,000 stairs as we walked around the island to view all the different stations of the cross. then arrived on Quezon Island. This is a popular spot to stop for lunch, although it's best to bring your own food from the mainland as there's only a few snacks sold on the island. This also meant midday was a very busy time to visit and the island looked crowded with so many boats around. But we still managed to find a private table and we didn't have to wait for anything. After seeing so many people in the water, we decided to go for a swim too, and immediately regretted it. There's a lot of rocks here, and I'm sure there are much better islands to visit for swimming. The other activities on the island is a zip line with a weight limit of 60 kgs, and a banana boat ride that takes you all around the park.
How was that? So fun.
Yeah, so fun, but the water is too salty.
Is it? Did you drink a lot?
Yeah.
Oops.
We took our time on each island, and the day was quickly going by without us really doing a lot of island hopping. It just shows how much there is to do here with so many islands to explore. As we headed back, we saw boats that had gone off to private islands or taken their group to a snorkeling spot. It's all close by, and with your own boat you can choose however you want to spend your day. You can even stay overnight on some islands and turn your adventure into a 2-day trip. We had a great time here and I can't wait to come back and visit again. In our next video, we are leaving the Philippines, but not before we have some incredible new experiences. We're heading to the beach town of La Union, and then we'll visit Dixie's uncle's fish pond where we'll see how they catch fish in the Philippines. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our final video of our Philippines trip. And if you want to support us, press the like button and let us know what you thought of the 100 islands.